Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. How we doing? Bring it on back. Bring it on back. Is that
Let's
a song?
go.
Is that
Woo!
Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, October 11th. How are we doing today? Everybody good? Everybody
Fantastic.
recovering? What? From everybody recovering from your weekend, the last 2 weeks? Because
What's up, Chris? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, Jimmy. How you doing?
I'm doing
I
fantastic.
mean, we'll just
Yeah.
hang
So,
tight. I guess
have you survived, right?
I survived.
good?
That was good.
Okay, good.
I'd like to start the meeting whenever you're ready, please.
Yeah, whenever you're ready.
I'd like to start, if you could, please. I mean, not to be rude,
John,
but if
you
you have
already
some other conversations, I have no problem. Just step outside, but I'd like to get the meeting rolling so we can get everybody going,
John,
stay on
you have
time,
our
get
phone
everything
number.
good. So I appreciate it. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Uh,
So the question was, has everybody recovered? From the weekend, from the last week, the last 2 weeks, hurricane, where have you all recovered? Good. So get back to work. Let's go. It's time to get back to work. It's time to start making some more things happen. It's the beginning of the fourth quarter. We've got about 60 days left that you can write some opportunities to close by the end of the year, but we're all recovered. There's a lot of things we can do. There's a lot of people who've had worse than us, and we can help. We can put some time, efforts, and energy in to donating, to raising some funds and supplies, which is what we will be doing. We're going to be doing that. But for us, it's time to get back to work. If you want to give, you need something to give. I can't give you an apple if I don't have one. So I need to get out and I need to make money, because if I want to be able to donate and help some of those people, I need to earn some more income. So right now, let's set some goals for ourselves to earn a little bit more income so that we can give back. The secret to living is giving. The more you give, the more you get. And how good does it feel when you give to somebody with no expectation of anything in return? When you see the light on their face, you see them light up when you're able to give something to them, give them that feeling, give them that emotion, give them that smile, and you know it came from a true, meaningful place in your heart, and you know it really meant something to them. So that's what we have the ability to do. The more listings you put on the market, the more opportunities you create for people who don't have a home to move into. The more rentals you obtain, the more opportunities you create for people to move into a property, because there's a lot of people that have been displaced. And they need our help to generate some opportunities. They need our help to generate some income and to make some donations. So let's do our part and get back to work. Let's get busy for this fourth quarter. Let's create some opportunities for you, for everybody else around, so we can give, and then everybody else can start to thrive a little bit more. Let's jump into our topics for today. We're going to start off with Dusty. Let's get you started. So before she does that, Craig has something he would like to say. You're on.
I just want you to be smart. Let's be smart about this. What are the best opportunities right now? What just happened in our marketplace? A shit scary storm. I'm talking to my neighbors, just as I meet them in the neighborhood. They're like, I'm not sure I'm going to go through this again. Right? I can get a lot of money from my house right now, and I can move inland to be safer. So the absentee owners are going to be huge. They're scared. They were stuck in Chicago, wherever they are. They don't know what's going on here. I called a lot of my neighbors. These guys were fine. We're good. I was supposed to evacuate. I didn't. I scared myself. Right? And I'm thinking, oh God. So I'm going to buy hurricane shutters. I'm going to buy a generator. I'm going to do all that shit because I'm not leaving my house. But there's a lot of scared people out there. So really, you're helping them right now.
Yeah.
They don't know where to go, what to do. And we've got an influx of people that are going to be coming to this area because we don't have houses, right? Like when Dorian hit the Bahamas, we lost 80% of the houses on the island. The other islands flourished. Nassau went crazy. Eleuthera went crazy. Exuma went crazy because you couldn't go to the Abacos because they were wiped out. You can't go to Fort Myers. You can't go to Sanibel. You can't go to Gulf Harbor. Where are you going to go? The next closest place is here, and we've got no inventory. So what's the low-hanging fruit? The absentee owners who are scared that the storm came, and we're not out of the season yet. We got another 3 weeks.
Months. Got through, into November sometimes.
So I just want to put that out there. So be smart about where you're looking. Don't just look, but be smart about looking.
And so a lot of people that are displaced, they're talking that they're not restoring power because they have to rebuild the entire grid, rebuild everything. So they're not restoring power. They're looking at 4 to 6 months before they can even start to do anything. You're looking at 1 to 2 years before things start to come back to any bit of normalcy. When did the hurricane hit the Bahamas?
2019.
2019. And what's the island look like now?
Actually, I would be honest with you. It's still devastated.
Yeah.
But the old shit that was knocked down is being replaced with new, nice, non-shit. So you used to go from Marsh Harbor to the ferry dock.
That's the technical contracting term for what they're building now. You can look in permits, the non-ship product that they're putting up.
But when you drive from the airport to for the ferry docks now, it's not old, rundown, beat up buildings. It's new, elevated, concrete block, solidly built construction.
From
Because the rest were
devastation,
wiped out.
from devastation comes opportunities,
Mhm.
and not taking advantage of opportunities. There's opportunity for everyone to have something build back better. So but it doesn't mean that people aren't going to buy waterfront homes.
No, it doesn't.
We have
Where's Brian and Nancy?
Brian and Nancy put 2 waterfront homes on the market last week, pitched them both for our caravan, went and looked at both of them. They're both under contract by the end of the weekend. $900,000 homes, over 900 and 920, both of them sold.
Below
Waterfront,
floodplain on the water.
older homes, pre-firm, one of them not renovated. Those are,
After hurricane.
so people are still buying, people are still generating and creating those opportunities for themselves. Just as many people may be scared to move, or just as many people are going to look to buy something still because that's not going to sway them. Craig, are you moving out of your waterfront home? No. So there's, whatever the case is, you just need to be there for them to answer their questions and give them facts. You don't need to scare them with flood insurance. You need to tell them the facts about flood insurance. You need to tell them what it's going to be, get them in contact with an insurance provider, give them the links that we have on our flood insurance notice form, let them read into it, let them look into it, let them ask questions. Then we'll discuss with them.
And I've filmed videos on all those things, which we'll be sending out to you shortly.
Awesome. Dusty, what is this month that we have?
I don't know. Do you all know what this month is? Thank you, Jackie.
Breast
So,
Cancer Awareness Month, just for people online.
yeah, do I have it on?
Yep, you're
Yeah.
good.
Okay. So for those of you who are out there in digital land, it's nice to see you. And I'm Dusty with Florida Building Inspection Group, AKA the FBI, full service residential and commercial inspection company serving from Hernando to Collier, from the water over to Polk. So if you happen to need any inspections in those areas, let us know. Our commercial division has gone statewide. So if you're working in that commercial space, we now have an inspector dedicated to that, and he goes wherever you need him. So we are here today to talk to you about mobile mammography. So every year we are in your parking lot downstairs. Last year we scanned 31. We have an opportunity to scan 36 this year. So get on the phones, right? It's a great opportunity to pick up the phone, talk to your customer, say, hey, listen, in the parking lot on the 27th, we are doing mobile mammography. They're literally in and out in less than 10 minutes. Easiest thing they ever do. And why do we want to do a mammogram? Does anybody know the answer to that? That's right, Craig. Early detection saves lives, ladies and gentlemen. So if you have a friend, a family member, or anybody that you know that may be concerned, and they're burying their head in the sand, don't let them do it. I'm going to share a story with you that's very personal to me. Right after the Mammo bus was here 3 years ago, I had one of your agents pull me into her office and tell me that she truly felt like something was going on and that she was scared to death to make that call. And that's why she didn't get on the bus. I sat there with her. We made that call together. And sure enough, she was right. She had something going on. So we get scared and we think that being an ostrich, putting a head in the sand is really the answer. And it's not. So hold someone's hand, help them through the hurricane, the mammogram, whatever it is. It's about the relationship. So get them out on the bus. The self-pays are actually $99. So get them on the bus, get them scanned. If they have insurance, they have to use insurance. So all major medical is accepted. No one's turned away if they come in with medical that they don't accept, because we take care of it. So questions. If you're under 40, you need a script. Okay. Questions.
What's the date, time?
October 27th from 8:30 to 2:30. Those of you who are in St. Pete, we have one that starts at Pro on the 25th from 8:30 to 11:30. You can just share that information with your clients, get them out, get them registered. If you go to our website, flbigroup.com/FBI_goes or _pink, you can actually see all of the locations that we've brought. We've got one in Bradenton. We've got one in South Shore or South Tampa. So please, if you're looking to get a mammogram and you don't have the time to sit in an imaging center for 35 to 45 minutes, get on the bus.
The email that I sent out last night with the link to this meeting also has the link to register on that as well. I'm going to send that out again after this meeting. How many slots do you have open?
Well, we are a little behind here. They gave you the full day. They've never done that with one of my locations. So you got some big shoes to fill here. We can schedule 36. We had 4 scheduled. So get out there and call your customers. Great reason to touch base with them. You're not asking them for anything. You're really telling them about a community event that you're hosting.
So,
oh, okay.
Yep. So we got 2
Get some
weeks.
Moxie then.
2 weeks. 2 weeks from now on Wednesday, October 27th from 8:30 to 2:30. Last time they were here, we filled up every slot. So we'd like to do the same. Again, just providing value to people, helping them, giving them an opportunity for early detection or just peace of mind.
Yep.
So get this out to your consumers, get this out on social media, even just for you as individuals. If you have not, sign up for it. Any one of our agents that would like to, if you're afraid or scared or don't know what to do, I'm happy to sponsor you to go get the mammogram. If it's something that you're just considering and you don't want to spend the money, I'll sponsor you to go.
Yep. And we always offer 2 at every location. So don't let cost be a factor, right?
And we'll make sure that the people get what they need. If you have consumers that are in the same boat that you feel that money is the only reason and they really need it, let us know. I'll sponsor them. It's that important.
Look, he took it all up.
Me
So
too.
get out there, get on the bus, right?
Thank you, Dusty. All right, so Brandon in the Brandon Century 21 office on this Thursday from 3 to 5, they're doing a social media and a calendar building class. Dolan Mortgage and Angie Richardson. She's put together a ton of classes for us and for other brokerages and other events that she's done. So this Thursday from 3 to 5 in the Brandon office, they have a social media class. Please reply to, I'll send this out after the meeting as well. Reply to Hilda Torado, who is Thomas's assistant. Just make sure they get a head count. I'll get that email out to you today as well. So put it on your calendar if you want to do some more social media. The Tom Russo with Encompass Mortgage. He's a tenant in the Sun City Center office. So he's a mortgage provider there. He has a program where they'll do rate buy downs. It's built into the program. He can get you a 4% interest rate, help your sellers sell and your buyers buy with basically 2-to-1 buy down rates. They start as low as 4.5%. What they do is they buy the rate down for the first 2 years to help your borrower get into the property, make it more affordable for them for when the rate does go up. They still have to qualify on the higher rate, but it's just a possibility for them. There seem to be a lot of other programs coming out like this, basically buying the rate down for a couple years. Now, what if you paired something like this with a seller credit to buy the rate down even further? So you can buy your first year rate down maybe to 3.5, second year to 4.5, and then your final rate to 6.5 or 5.5, 6.5. That could be a good opportunity for you. So he's got this is Tom Russo with Encompass Mortgage. We're going to send something out. He's going to do a class in the Sun City office in 2 weeks, and we're going to send out a RSVP for that. He's basically going to do 3 things that can bring you value: reverse mortgages, rate buy downs, and then using seller credits to benefit. So we're going to have a class in about 2 weeks for that.
Nice.
And let's jump. Jimmy, did you have something you want to add on the Moxie?
With that going away, at the end of the year, it's already read-only right now. If you have not at least activated the website, you're still sending people to the website that isn't doing a lot for them. So up to that meeting, I'll make sure that it's set up. We're going to change the system so that's what everybody sees with your new website. And for those of you that want to work with the more of those, but first thing we're gonna have to work on is
What about the Moxie challenge? I don't see any sound. I don't see any sound registering. Yeah.
All right, check. Okay, so I gotta say that all over again.
No, not really.
Okay. Just show up on Wednesday for the for your Moxie website training. Be there, be square. Bring your laptop. If you're not there, that's it. Is that working? Okay. And then Moxie, the presentation contest, it's going through October 31st. Right now, we have a tie for first. We have Sarah, Jennifer. Can you fix that E on there? That capital E that shouldn't be there. Jen, Naveen, and Christian. So we have 3 out so far. You have to have a minimum of 10 presentations sent out. That is CMA, buyer, could be the wizard article that's out there. I don't care. Just get it out and in front of the people that you know, because that's what Moxie does. Makes you look that much better for the people that already know you. So get that out there. You got to at least have 10 to be qualified in the top 3. Get lunch with Chris. I mean, everybody wants to hang out and be like Chris. He's going to take you to lunch.
It's not just me.
It's not just you.
I'll bring
That's true.
you too.
Yeah, you bring me too. Okay, yes. Well, I already have 10 done, so I'm already in the. I'm just kidding, but I don't count. I don't count.
So we have a lot of opportunities to touch base with people this month. We have the Mama Bus on October 27th. We have Trunk or Treat on the 28th. So, and we have a flyer that's done, so we'll be sending that out as well. So inviting people for Trunk or Treat out in the parking lot. And that's going to be something we're trying to raise awareness and raise aid for hurricane relief. So if you bring your kids in, bring in something that you can donate. So we have that all on the flyer. We're going to send that out. You can create Moxie presentations for any of those, shoot a video, have the flyer, send a link out to people. There's a lot of opportunities here for you to create some conversations with people. And that's what we're looking for. Share this across your social media as much as you can. Open houses. I sent an email out yesterday. If you have any properties you want open houses held on, I'm going to send that out tomorrow morning. So by the end of the day today, send me your listings. I'll get it on the list and make it available for an agent to hold an open house.
What's happening in open houses? You guys getting traffic? Oh, yeah. It depends.
So you traffic, any good traffic, bad traffic, open houses? Are you getting people coming through? Yes and no? Depends on location, depends on price, depends on. So you had a few people come through. So there are opportunities. And for those of you doing an open house, what you should do is do it the right way. Do at least a 5-5-10 to the neighbors, invite all of the neighbors, create an event, put out a video on social media, invite as many people as you can, knock on all the doors in the neighborhood, put up flyers, put up signs, get out and make sure that people know about it. Because most of the agents have the listings, probably haven't knocked on a lot of the doors. And if they have, it's been a month since they've done it and they need a reminder, invite them to the open house. And decent traffic at Orion's as well. All right, so we have a special guest today. We have Park Square Homes. We have, come on up. We have Kim and Jerry with Park Square Homes. Come up onto the stage and tell us what you got going on in Park Square and where you're at and what we can do to help and what you can do to help us.
All right. My name is Kim Keenan. This is my partner, Jerry Knizak. We're both new home sales counselors.
Hold that a little bit closer.
With Park Square Homes, and we're located in Mira Bay. Mira Bay's been around for almost 20 years, and most of you probably don't know that we're still selling in there, still building. We have Marisol Point, which is the final phase. We have 140 home sites in there, consisting of both a 50-foot and a 70-foot product. The 50-foot products back up to the Apollo Beach Golf Course, and then the 70-foot products are on a canal with direct access to Tampa Bay. So those are really enticing home sites there when there's not a whole lot of new construction on waterfront, saltwater waterfront. So our 50-foot product, we have 7 different floor plans in there, and we just passing around some flyers highlighting those homes. The 50-foot, we have 7 home sites starting at 1966 square feet, and we go up to 3,100 square feet. We have 2 single stories, and the rest are 2 stories, all with the master down. An all-in price on those home sites is going to be in the mid 500s to the 700s. And then we have the 70-foot product starting at 2,600 square feet going up to 5,200. We have 3 single stories and 2 2-stories. 2 stories have the master down. Those prices are going to be around 1.1 to 1.4 million to get in there. See,
So how have sales been?
sales been a little slow lately.
Because you started off with a reservation list of 500 and something people. Steve and I
Right.
talk a lot.
Yeah, okay. Well, I was working down in North River Ranch at that point.
Okay.
So I've been in Marisol Point for about 3 months.
So the
now,
ones
so
that are out of the ground now, are they specs or are they sold?
we have quite a few specs. There's
Okay.
probably about 7 that are started. And then we have, how many more would you say that are in permitting?
Yeah, we have about 12 in permitting, but,
Use the mic, make sure you share it.
we, so we spec'd and permitted back in December. So those are starting to come out of the ground and the to-be builts that we sold and starting in February, those are just starting to come out of the ground.
Well, I drove down there the other day. It looks like there's 12 or 15 houses out of the ground.
Yes, right. So I mean, no, so sales were, I mean, they were solid. I mean, we, like you said, we had a list of 500 plus. And I mean, now the past 2 months, I mean, it's definitely slowed down, but we definitely have a unique product. I mean,
And you don't even
You
have a
know.
model yet.
yeah, I mean, you have a home site on a dockable saltwater canal. So, you know, the other great opportunity, we talked about a hurricane and flood insurance. And not only us, but if you're looking for someone who wants a little bit of more peace of mind, any new construction in Hillsborough County needs to be built at a certain elevation above sea level. So, taking them to a resale, and you do look into that flood insurance, and it could be costly. Definitely introduce them to new construction. Because, you know, we build at 12 feet, 5 inches above sea level. The newest and latest and greatest that Hillsborough County has imposed on all new construction and starting in January. So, so keep that in mind. And yeah, we're there every day, all the time.
Hey, just
So,
a thought on that.
You know, have them, you know, if you have anyone,
Where are you guys at? No,
Yeah.
where in Mirror Bay?
Yeah.
Do you have a model home? Are you in the sales
Sales
center up front? Where are you guys located at? Where should they go to see you?
Yeah.
We have 3 models under construction, but they're not ready yet. So we're still in the sales center.
And
probably
Marisol
out
Point's
there.
not going to be gated,
No,
right? But it's still Mirror Bay CDD. So they have
Yes.
access to all the Mirror Bay amenities.
absolutely. Yep.
So think about that, guys. A $900,000 Apple home is going to have $5,000-6,000 a year in flood insurance. And it's going to be 1,700 square feet. Your waterfront starting at 2,600 square feet
Yes.
at about $1.1 million.
Yep.
And docks included, you got to add that on.
You have to add that.
Okay. And what are you selling docks for about?
We're not selling docks, but.
Oh, the
I'm
customer can
hearing
build what they
around
want?
30,000.
That's about right.
Is that about, yeah.
So if you take a $6,000 tax, flood insurance bill, that's $500 a month. Do you know what flood insurance is going to be on your 2,600 square foot
I've
house?
heard it's around 600 to 800 a month. So comparing that to.
That's a big difference. So you're looking at, $300 a month in
difference.
savings, which is probably the difference between a $900,000 house and a $1.2 million house mortgage payment. But no pool, no dock.
Correct.
Right. Will you guys let docks or pools be built in the mortgage package, or they got to do it after closing?
Afterwards. Yep. Just because construction's taking so long now and pools will just delay closings even further. And that, don't want that. Do you had a question? The home sites, average, they're 250 to 315. For
Premium.
the price, but the 1 point. Yeah, those are around 25,000. And then, you know, the 1.1 to 1.4 was including the lot premiums as well as upgrades, substantial upgrades. Yeah, that would, yeah, that not the base price that you're looking at there, but the 1.1 to 1.4.
Yeah. So
million.
every house has a base price lot built into the housing package. And then you add the premium for view for the golf course or view for the water or low proximity.
Right.
And their prices are going to start low in the beginning or going to go high toward the end.
We do have some home sites on the canal that are not dockable just because it's too narrow. And those home sites are around in the 800s. So somebody could get on the water in the 800s.
Are required or rated and shutters, what, especially in light of what just happened, what are the stand, or what are?
Good question.
So we include hurricane shutters, and then the second floor have their hurricane resistant windows. But they are, they do require flood insurance there. But again, we're 12 feet above sea level, so it's not as expensive.
It's 12 feet 5 inches above sea level. And then if they do a to be built, they can also elect to do hurricane windows on the whole home. So that could be put into their construction, into their build. So avoid the hurricane shutters. But we do hurricane windows on the second floor. So that's a big convenience.
Yes, it is.
Right? Yeah.
Just on the first floor.
It's a block on the first floor.
Block on the first
Just
floor.
repeating because
Correct,
they can't
yes.
hear online.
Sorry.
Ray?
So the question was, Mirror Bay, I believe, 70-foot lots, but 35-foot boats.
For the most part, yes. We do have some that are restricted. I think there's one that can only have a 17-foot boat, but
So
and
the
some that cannot.
question for online was the 70-foot lots can have approximately a 35-foot boat. And for the most part, if it's a non-restricted dock lot, they will be able to have that. And that's based out of the HOA or CDD in Mirror Bay. So
I thought it was half the lot plus 5 feet.
Yes.
So 70-foot lot's 35 plus 5, so you have a 40-foot boat.
Yeah, so I know there's been a question on that, on how large, and some in the HOA docs. We feel confident to say 35 feet from what we've read upon in the HOA documents. So
Because we sold
35 is a
out,
big
we sold
boat.
out Pinckney and Tybee, the ones that were Obi built.
Yeah, so we don't on Pinckney, those are custom built.
We sold those.
Oh, I got you.
And
Okay.
we were telling them it's half the lot plus 5 feet.
Correct, yes.
So-
And we were doing that as well with, I wasn't part of Shell Cove, but some of the other areas. So
The Shell Cove sold out?
it's sold out, correct. A couple
Wow.
more getting built and we'll be done, so.
So we are back to offering some incentives as well. So those tend to change monthly, but right now on the 70-foot product, we're offering half off design options up to 75,000. And then on the 50s, half off up to 50,000. And then we're offering 17,500 towards closing costs with our lender. And our lender is also agreeing to refinance with no closing costs 6 months to 18 months after a close. So if rates do go down, that's pretty enticing. Yeah,
that's excellent.
so, yep. So.
Do you have
anything
any,
else?
do you have any product that's available right now if somebody wanted to move in? And if not, what is the timeline for someone if they wanted to build something that's already under construction or wanted to buy something already under construction?
So for to be built, we're telling people probably 15 to 18 months. Building has a lot of delays with windows and HVAC and other
Holy
supply
cow.
chain issues. Well, the soonest we'd have something.
Yeah, we have one or two that are framed and have some rough utilities in, so we'd probably have that done in about 8 months. So it's a really nice waterfront home, 3,200 square feet. It's the Florenzo.
Wow, that's hard because you got to sell it now and wait 18
That
months to
is,
get in.
that is in new
Yeah.
construction today. It's a big challenge. Is the
Yeah, you got to
time.
spec more and more and more and leave them at frame and let people do their custom options.
Absolutely. So it needs to be somebody that has patience.
Maybe rates will be lower by then.
Well, the good thing is we're still building, even though we're not selling as briskly as we'd like. Things are still getting built. So eventually there'll be a quick movements, right? We'll
Well,
have those available. So, right.
Keep us in mind for sure.
Yeah, what we're finding is we're selling to buyers who have to buy and sellers who have to sell, and all the speculation's gone. But a buyer who has to buy can't wait 15 or 18 months.
I know.
So
You
Yeah.
feel our pain.
Yeah. No, but let us know as you get close to, when you get, 3 months out,
Absolutely.
they're going to be ready to go. So you guys need to stay in touch on top of that.
And you
I
guys are,
know, I know.
just make it, there's an open invitation. Just let me know as you get product that's coming around that you want to pitch, and make sure we know is available. We've got 2 or 3 of these. We'll be done in X amount of days. Pitch them out to buyers. Here's what we're offering. Here's a special for whatever to make sure we can get them sold.
Yeah.
Just reach out to me. Let me know. We can have you pop in if you do a full presentation or just a 5-minute presentation. Either one is fine.
Yeah,
We'll
'cause
leave
you
that
got
open
50
for you to
people
make sure
on,
everybody's in
you
the
got 23 people online and 20 something in the room. So
Absolutely. Any questions? All right. Well, we appreciate your time and thank you for allowing us to come present.
Yes, and I'm gonna.
What is your, what are you offering agents? What's the commission being offered? Is there any other incentives for the agents?
Currently, it's 3%. Yeah, and that's
Thank
on the
you for that.
overall price. Mhm. Yeah, you're going to embarrass
Yeah, I'm gonna
me?
embarrass you. We're gonna do a selfie.
Oh, okay.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, cheese. Okay, great.
All right.
marketing material.
Thank you so much.
So much.
I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
They also brought breakfast for you. So if you haven't already, grab some breakfast down there. All right, so let's go ahead and pitch. We don't have a caravan. There were no properties added to caravan for this week. So if you have new listings, let's pitch those. And then we will wrap up. Shannon, I know you wanted to repitch one of your listings that you had. So let me pull that up and we can jump into that. Online, if you have any listings you wanted pitched or new listings that are coming, please raise your hand so I'll make sure I get to you. Sorry, I would have already had this up, but the computer kicked me out earlier. Go ahead, tell us about it. What do you have coming? Or
Alright.
what do you have on the market?
So we just had a price decrease on 5930 Durant Road. So we're asking $479 now. This is my property that has the apartments attached to it for rental income. So the main part of the house is a 3-2. Then the 2 apartments, the one upstairs is a 2-1 and the one downstairs is a 1-1. It's on a half acre, fully fenced over in Dover. They renovated it in 2016, new roof in 2016, AC in 2016. It's a nice little property. They've got a chicken coop in the back, big backyard with a new deck in the back. They've got another shed in the back that is like a little workshop. So bring your critters and all your toys. And
You said there's apartments that are basically attached to it that they have rental income coming in.
yep.
What's
So
the rental income again?
the upstairs apartment, they're getting 1,100 right now, and the downstairs apartment, they're getting 600. And those are being rented to like family friends. So they've been told they can get more for that. So, but as of
Anybody
right
have a
now,
mortgage calculator?
what's that?
Pull your phone out, mortgage calculator. Anybody pull it up? Just do some,
They're asking 479.
what's a $479,000
What is it?
purchase? 10% down,
I thought you were texting somebody.
do it at 7%, because that's, you're gonna get 6.5 to 7% for interest right now. Somebody give me the PITI, principal, interest, taxes, insurance estimate for that 479, about 7%, 10% down. What are we looking at? Is anybody helping? We have a room full of realtors and we need mortgage. What do you got? Okay. All right. So if you just an idea for someone looking for a purchase, we have a $479,000 home. We're going to put $50,000 down. I'll do 10% of let's do 675 interest. Taxes, what are taxes going to be? Say, what are they at now that we can't base it on? 1,800. Those are probably going to go up. Let's just say they're going to be $6,000 for that purchase. Homeowners insurance, it's a 1954 home. Let's just say it's going to be $2,000 a year just to go up. That's $3,800 a month. And you have built-in tenants that are paying right now $1,700 that you could get potentially $2,000 out of and have a mortgage payment of $1,700 a month and own a $500,000 home. if you wanted, with chickens and a nice size yard, half an acre. Is it zoned multifamily? It is zoned residential, single family, conventional, 2 units per acre.
But they got 3 units.
And there's 3 units on it. Anybody else? What do you got? Lots of hands. Tell me what you got. Carolina, you're right there. So go ahead. What do you got?
I have, they're not new, but what's new is I have two very motivated sellers. So they are considering all offers. The first one is 7435 Paradiso in Waterset. It's a beautiful home, you guys. And it has own Tesla solar panels. I mean, this guy's paying $54 a month in electricity, and the
For a
house is almost
4,000
4,000
square foot home.
That's right.
Holy shit.
So he's done lots of upgrades. It's on a overlooking the water and conservation. And like I said, he's very motivated. He needs to sell. So bring your buyers by.
How much
Any
is it now?
offers we will consider. It's currently listed at 925.
And what did you have offers at when he wouldn't accept
You
them?
really want me to say that?
We told him you should be between 950 and $1 million, probably 960, 970. This is months ago when he first listed. If he would have listened to us then, we probably would have had it sold.
Yeah.
But he changed his mind after being on market for 2 hours and said, well, yes, I'll do the 970. And then said, I want $1,099,000. So we raised the price the first weekend from 970 to $1,099,000. Finally came back down in price, but at that point, all we're doing right now is chasing the buyers.
Yeah.
Because the buyers are slowly doing this, and
That's
all
right.
we're doing is chasing them. We're basically now what we have to do is we have to meet them at a point.
Yeah, well, when interest rates were 3.5%, the house was only effectively 700,000.
Interest rates were probably 4.5 to 5.5 at that time, and now they're up to 7. So that's going to drastically affect the buyer's ability to purchase. We had offers in the 940 range, basically 940, 950 range, and we could have sold the property, but it isn't. But now we'll get it sold at 920.
That's right. So he is, like I said, bring your offers. He will consider any offer at this point.
Well, Carolina, he's a perfect candidate for an interest rate buy down.
Right.
Rather than lowering his price, what's his price at now?
920.
925.
Raise it to 940 and give him 15,000 in closing cost incentives. Right? Because the value's there. We've got the value recent comps.
Well, we're slowly losing them.
Are we?
So even at where we're at right now and still 925 and offering the rate buy down
Oh, you are.
instead of going up.
Probably want to
We
put
have
that
the room there.
in the first line here.
Mhm.
So we're offering X amount of dollars. Don't put percent, put X amount of dollars towards rate buy down, closing costs, incentives, whatever.
Get that number from a lender. How much cash would take to buy it down to 5%?
Okay.
And then find other cashes. And even if you have to adjust the price, that would be pretty attractive. Because that house at 5% is a lot nicer than that house at 7%.
Mhm.
You're talking 30 years.
And then
It's a
also
big
added into realtor remarks. What I would also do is I would also add it into the showing time remarks as well.
Mhm.
So the buyer sees it in the remarks, the agent sees it in their remarks, and then the agent sees it again when they go to show the property. Here's the showing instructions, capital letters, offering $15,000, $20,000 in a rate buy down to the buyer.
And if they
Or
don't want
closing
it, then
costs.
just take it off the price. We don't care. Then that is the same, but
And that's
It
where you
just
put
shows
that in the
flexibility.
realtor remarks. Sellers offering the credit in whatever fashion makes sense to the buyer, take it off the price, use it for a rate buy down, use it for closing costs, put that in realtor remarks so they can see it.
Okay. Fantastic.
Yep.
The next one is 4323 Bayside Village Drive. And that's number 229.
Okay, what do you got?
Again, very motivated seller. This is a condo. It's literally like less than 15 minutes away from the airport. It's in a beautiful gated community. And that one currently listed at 279.5.
wow.
Yep. He has remodeled the whole place, so it's moving ready.
How big is it?
It is
I got you.
Two-
1,140
please.
square foot, 2 bedroom, 2
That's why.
bath.
Because even a new DR Horton townhome over here is 330.
Yeah.
But they're 1,700, 1,800 square
don't
feet.
ask. HOA, we don't, who cares?
It's this is a condo. The condo fee is $606 a month.
That's right. But guess what? Your garbage, it's like they have, what do they call them when they go and pick it up? You don't even have to take it to the dumpster. They'll do it for you. Valet, thank you.
They have a trash valet.
For $200 a month, I'll take my trash to the dumpster.
And
The HOA, you've got a fitness center, it's gated pool. It covers the insurance, covers maintenance, recreational facilities, private road.
so one of the reasons why the HOA was raised also is because they are building a dock where the owners will have access to the water, and they're gonna have kayaks as well. So, you know, you'll have that amenity
Is this
as
the one
well.
with an
And you
assessment?
can rent there, not short term. I think the minimum is like 6 months, but you could use it as a rental. He had it as a rental for a very long time.
600 is bad for a condo fee.
Sorry, what were you gonna say?
Said, is this one that had an assessment on it, or is that taken care of?
No, that's all done.
Okay, good. Next,
This one's not new, but I need your help to get it sold. It's 8607 Tidal Breeze Drive in Riverview. It's a 2-story, 2257 square feet. It has solar that will be completely paid for. No, it's not on a PACE loan or anything. Solar hot water heater. Their electric bill is around 35 to 50 a month. It's completely fenced. Quiet neighborhood. The HOA is 139 a quarter.
you get a secret door.
There's a secret safe room under the stairs. There's no CDD, and I don't understand why it's not selling. I need your guys' help to get this sold. The seller is retiring from the military, and he's moving this week to Georgia. 2257 square feet. Oh, okay, come today. And yeah. So the house next door just went up for sale for $415 with the pool. Ours is $410. We've adjusted the price. And the seller is offering $7,000 in closing cost or whatever they would like.
What's your feedback been?
One is they didn't like a 2-story home, so why did they come look at a 2-story home? Others, it's been they didn't want it on the corner. The other one says they're too far away from the main roads, which it isn't. I don't get it. It's very close to 301 and Boyette.
Corner lots are usually a premium.
That one that you're looking at, Chris, that one just went for sale. The other one across the street was totally, it was a mess.
So what you can buy right now is an 1,800 square foot home for $330, or an 1,800 square foot home for $415, or a 2,200 for $410. And buyers determined that they wanted to buy this 1,900 square foot home for $389 after 20 days on the market.
That one also, the sellers had orders to move, and he had to move the end of this month. So that one started at $425, and they lowered the price drastically.
I would say you're probably just trying to overcome this corner lot scenario right when you pull into the neighborhood. That's going to be one of the objections people will have. Pull in right on that main road. And
But it's very little traffic. That dead ends into an RV place on the river. So there's no through traffic in there. It's a very quiet neighborhood.
Good.
Help me out. River Place.
You say the solar panel.
The solar panels are paid for.
Very good.
Mm.
Okay. No CDD, just an HOA. That's $139 a quarter. So basically $45 a month. All right. Who's next? What do you got, Adam?
We've presented this several times, but 6207 Voyager, we've got a unique twist to it at this point where our seller has a VA loan that's assumable. And so we've never done one like that before, but I think it may be a good opportunity for somebody.
So this is something I was just talking with Jimmy about yesterday. If you have, this is an opportunity for you to generate two sides of a deal for anybody who has an assumable loan and any buyer who's looking to get into it, who has a little bit of cash. Great opportunities here. We're going to sit down. I'm going to put something together to try to pitch it to you guys so that you can use some of this as value. Because if you have an assumable loan, what's the rate?
3%.
3%. And you're competing with somebody who's going to have to get what's a VA loan right now? 6.25, 6.5, 6.5. You can buy their home if you have some cash and can come into this product with a little bit of cash. You can buy their home and have a 3% assumable rate if they qualify.
That's huge.
So
Huge qualification. That's what it's going to be based on, the qualification and who's going to take a second on top of the first to get the difference there. That's what Jimmy and I were going to work on, is what are all the scenarios where you can buy an assumable a loan with a property with an assumable loan and get that lower rate where everybody benefits. The seller gets a sale because that's really what we're after, and the buyer gets a product that incentivizes them to buy.
So we're at 485 right now. The loan is for 260. And so there's a spread of about, 225 there, whether that's cash or a second mortgage. This seller, he does not need all the equity out of this house, so he's willing to give it away. Really, he's willing to take another 20 grand off of it. So down to 465, or use that 20 grand to help them with financing on a second mortgage. So really want to get creative. He's got his second home, or his new home, being built down in, I think, the Fort Myers area. And it's he's in good shape, but he's got his wife's already transferred down there. They got small children, and it's just past the point where he can keep holding on. So he's okay with taking less, but just this VA loan is, I think, a great opportunity if we have anybody out there that we think would qualify.
Possibility of owner financing for the difference if
I
they,
don't think so.
what's that?
No.
If he doesn't need all the equity, is it?
Well,
possible?
I'm saying he doesn't need to sell it for $500,000. He's
Okay.
willing to sell it for 450, 460,
Okay.
just to get.
He needs a certain point of the equity.
Yeah, he
so
doesn't
we got-
need, he's not being greedy.
Okay, gotcha. Good. I'm going to work on that for you so we can bring some more info to you, so we could potentially help to generate some more traffic on some projects. John, what do you got?
Real quick on Shannon's little property. I got to go view it with one of my clients. It is a quaint little property. What year is it? And it is so cool when you walk in, the hardwood floors, the way they've opened up the kitchen. Just, it's a really neat layout, and the two apartments are off to the side with their own private entrance, own private drive. So if you have anybody that's really interested, they've done some nice stuff. They've updated the electric, the roof, the plumbing, that type of stuff. So really a unique little property. What I've got is actually a past client. It's 3914 Roswell Place. It is not active. We withheld from MLS till about mid-December. They purchased this home 3 years ago
Land
with
O'Lakes?
me. Say again?
Land O'Lakes?
Yep, Land O'Lakes. They're both in the medical field. They just purchased with me a house over in Point Siena because she has her clinicals over in Orlando.
They just
And they were
purchased with me
thinking-
a house.
Say again?
They just purchased with me a house.
Yes. Proper
You
English.
speak like you type.
Yes. It had a big dock, okay? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, if you ever get text messages from John, he's got fat fingers when he texts.
So it's interesting. They were looking at selling this first to buy the house over in Point Siena, going back and forth how we can make all this happen. I spoke with their lender. They decided to rent this house, and 80% of the rental could go to their income, which gave them the leverage to go and buy the house in Point Siena. And then they came back and said, tell you what, we really don't want to rent. Let's go ahead and sell it. So it's listing agreement is signed, but they don't want any activity until any open showings until, like I said, mid-December.
When the tenant moves out,
Say again?
is the tenant out?
No, the owners are still living in it. They never actually
Did
rented
they
it.
close on their new home yet?
Yes,
Okay.
completely closed. So they're kind of doing dual occupancy. Their first payment on the new home isn't till January. So if they can sell this mid-December, they're in good shape as far as not having to double it. Slowly moving everything over. 575.
These are the old photos.
These are the
just to
old
give you an idea.
photos. If you click in the middle, they look bigger. They've redone all the floors downstairs, so it's uniform flooring throughout. New roof in 2019. A UV light was installed in 2019. Really neat little cul-de-sac property in the back. Gorgeous backyard area. New interior paint, new pool. 3914 Roswell. Middle bath was completely updated. Master bath was updated. New laundry floor and floor throughout the first floor. New baseboards. They've done a whole lot to it. I've looked at the comps within the community. We are a tad high by about 5,000 to 7,000. But we also just finished a pre-loved inspection on it. They've got the irrigation to take care of, and one of the retaining walls for a garden area has pushed out, and that was due, you could literally watch where the water came off the roof and dumped right in that one area. But otherwise, everything else is on par. So if you have somebody that's interested, this is up in Land O'Lakes, kind of out by the Wesley Chapel area. Gorgeous home. HOA, I think, is under or right at 600 for the year.
Yeah,
So
I
if
would
you have
just,
somebody that's interested, give me a shout.
I would remind them that I can't tell you what the market's going to be in 3 months.
Correct. Yep.
So move faster and get this on the market now.
Yeah. And that's
My
kind of what I
advice.
told them. That they asked me, I said, listen, we can put it on the market, but if you don't want showings, we kind of have to withhold it from MLS. But if somebody's interested, we might be able to get them hooked now.
Yeah, tell them to get their furniture out, move into the new house, get this one sold now, stop making payments on it, and enjoy
So-
no payments until January.
What do you have in 45 days from now?
Say again?
What's in 45 days from now?
Oh, Christmas,
No,
Thanksgiving,
before that, you missed one. Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
What's 30 days after that? Christmas.
Christmas.
What's 5 days after that?
New
New
Year's.
Year's. So
Oh, yeah.
your buyers are going to be trying to strategically place the closing date around
They
those
want to get in
timelines.
before those
Might-
holidays.
Get it on the market now. Most people want it before the holidays. You may have people that want to move in
Right.
before one of those. At least give them the opportunity. Do showings on the weekends. Just make it available like that. But I think you need to get it on the market. You just don't want to end up in a position where you're chasing the price down to meet the buyers for where the interest rates keep going up.
Zillow just
Yeah.
said that's going to raise the rates into 3/4 points this week.
Yeah.
So we're going to be 7.
Oh,
after it'll be
we've
8.
had this talk back and forth several times, and they're like, we're just not ready. So, but I'll approach them again and again.
Hey, I
So-
talked about you at my sales meeting this morning. The whole team said, get it on the market now. You're going to miss new.
I have 30 people's professional opinions who all said, wait a minute, you have a pool home at 2,400 square foot. You want to close by the end of the year. You need to get it on the market now.
Yeah.
That's just
So, yep.
good. You got price, what do you got? Price reduction? Plus, Vicky made a very valid point that Craig talked about in the Wizard article. People want it to be able to homestead too. So if you wait
Yeah.
too long, then they're going to try and close, rush to close, might miss that deadline, knock it in by the January 1st deadline. What do you got?
312 Stoneham in Sun City. I just got off the phone with her before the meeting and we're reducing it from 335 to 320. And this is the house that they did
Look at all the loans for sale.
an inspection on. And we found that needed a new roof, new plumbing and new electric, which was all done. However, the inside still looks like 1996. So it's a really nice, great location, nice big corner lot. The roof is like less than a month old, nice lanai, and it needs everything else inside. I mean, it's livable the way it is. However, it does need updated. The carpet is gold shag. So, yeah, I know I haven't seen that in years, but It has good sized closets, a nice, good sized kitchen, and the rooms are larger. And for Sun City, it's not a bad house, and it's in St. Andrews, so low HOA area. And they mow your lawn. The neighbors were amazing, and Diane was going to stay there.
Do you
But
want
the-
this? Do you want this available for someone to hold an open house on?
Yes, please.
All right, I'll just send me an email. So please, if you have a listing that's sitting like this, send it to me and let everybody else in the brokerage vie together to try and hold it open so that we can get some more exposure.
Okay.
Every time you schedule a price reduction, it gets sent out to people who hasn't matched their criteria. Every time you schedule an open house, it sends out another notification to them. If you want something to happen on your listings, you have to make them more aware of it. You make them more aware of it by lowering the prices, changing the photos, scheduling open houses, knocking on doors, talking to people about it. If you want to create a sale, sometimes you have to create the sale. It doesn't just happen anymore. People aren't just waiting for your property to come on the market.
And
if-
something else there I would do is people don't know what it costs to renovate. They could put new cabinets in that house for $15,000 and get new carpet for $5,000. So $20,000. They got a whole brand new kitchen. $30,000. Well, yeah. So show a buyer what it would cost to replace the appliances, the cabinets, and the carpeting.
You can get flooring for 1,600 square foot for the entire house for about $3 a foot, $3 to $4 a foot for decent flooring. I just picked up flooring for $1.60 and it was luxury vinyl, waterproof it's very stylish. Like you can find great deals on it. So $3 to $4, you'll get some great flooring in that. That's $5,000. You can paint the inside for about $2 a foot, if not less. So $3,000 for paint, that's $8,000. You can get cabinets and countertops for less than 15 grand and pay someone to put them in. So like you're saying, for 30 grand or less, you can have everything done and have it really.
It takes the fear out of the buyer's mind.
Anybody else?
Yes.
Good.
Me.
What do you got? Tell me, what do you got?
5143 Flowing Ore Road. Okay, we held the brokers open. You guys pretty much gave us a lot of feedback and they listened and they took 3 days to neutralize the call. Yeah, there was a lot going on inside. So yeah, we changed it. We got Shannon to retake the pictures. I wanted it anyways, but this
Much
gave me the
better.
reason to bring him over to get the pictures taken. We had a bit of a price reduction. What I was trying to do, of course, was to bring it back to the, top of the list and just get more. But yeah, I mean, we're offering $5,000 towards either closing cost or buy down rate. They're motivated. We went to look at a house at new construction in Parish. They won't accept
Home sale.
a
contingency.
contract it has to be home to sell, not home to close, not. So yeah, we just need to put it under contract so they can get their forever home. So please keep us in mind.
This will be on the email list for an open house this
Yes.
weekend too. So if you want to be in South Shore Bay and hold an open house, potentially get some traffic for new builds as well as resales. this
If
will
I
be
don't have
available.
anything going on, I normally do it myself, but this weekend I have my daughter's birthday. We have family coming, so if any of you want to do it, or those of you who are listening.
It'll be on the email. So
Okay,
just go ahead. and-
perfect.
I'm going to send it
Yeah.
out and claim, so you can claim it for any of the days and times.
And thank you. And the price is negotiable. This is between us. I know it's a single agency and all, but just bring me something I can work with. They have solar panels. They can't afford not to have them paid off at closing because they just got them, I think, at the beginning of the year. So yeah, they still owe $47,000 on it. So
So are they paying them off?
yes,
Okay.
that's why the price, it's kind of like up there. I mean, it's still reasonable. We're pretty much, Robin Bennett just reduced hers 3 houses down across the street, to $499, but still per price per square foot, we're still pretty much the same, but ours is like 300 square feet bigger. So of course people look at the overall
Mm.
pricing and yeah. It's like 29, it was the last time, and the house is almost 3,000 square feet.
You could also lower the price and that the buyer paid the what do you call it, Bill?
You just have to make sure.
The PACE loan,
You have to make sure a lender will accept it.
right?
Most
It's just-
lenders won't
it's-
take it because that's going to become the first position when they
He
sell it,
says
and the
no,
new
but
mortgage will become the second.
honestly,
Right.
And most lenders won't. If it's not, there's certain loans that can work that way where it
Right.
doesn't create a lien. So you can check and see if the person they have the solar loan with is positioned as a lien on the property. If it's not, they could sell it without paying that off, or at least market the price a certain way. This is without them being paid off. If you want them paid off, it has to be higher. Might give you
That's
some
where I
more
was
traffic.
headed.
Yeah, but you'll have to verify
Well,
if it can go that way.
based on what he mentioned or what he found on his contract, it's not a lien, but I mean,
Well, look at his tax bill.
huh?
Look at his tax bill on the non-ad valorem tax.
Okay,
It'll say if there's a PACE loan or not.
okay. So it's something I can check. Okay.
Because almost every single one of them are assumable. You can, almost every single solar loan is assumable, but it's not whether
lender.
it's assumable or not. It's whether a new lender will allow the sale of them being in first position and the new lender coming in second position behind that lien.
They won't do it.